The special session is well underway. In the House yesterday, members passed a sunset bill that'll keep several agencies open. Today, top law enforcement officers from across Texas will be in town to fight the so-called bathroom bill. Our Jacqueline Sarkeesian is live from the Capitol this morning with more. Jacqueline.
Amanda, police chiefs, officers, sexual assault survivors, and many more all coming together against the bathroom bill. On the second week of the special session, there will be a public safety event, and all of these people, like I mentioned, top law enforcement officers, sexual assault experts, and public school superintendents are urging lawmakers to reject efforts to pass unnecessary and discriminatory legislation. The Senate is set to vote on the bathroom bill this week. Now, opponents say the measure discriminates against transgender people and will end up hurting the state's economy, while supporters argue it's a safety and privacy issue.
In the same way where when kids come over, kids of opposite sex don't go into the bathroom with our kids, in the same way that our kids as boy and girl don't share the bathroom at the same time. We think that safety should extend to the school.
You don't immediately know when someone is transgender just by looking at them. In some cases you can tell, in other cases you just can't.
A news conference is set for later this morning at 11 on the south steps of the Capitol. All those attending will speak out against the bathroom bill, and Mayor Steve Adler is giving the opening remarks for this press conference. Back to you in the studio.
Jacqueline Sarkeesian at the state capitol. Jacqueline, thank you. Texas lawmakers are paying tribute to the life of the young Austin man who was killed in Greece earlier this month. The family of Bakari Henderson was at the state capitol yesterday for a resolution from the Senate honoring him. The memorial noted how Henderson worked under the dome a few years ago as an intern and a page in the Senate. And there were talks that perhaps a program at the Capitol may be named in his honor. His parents say this resolution helps them cope with the loss.
It just lets us know that people are still thinking about Bakari and his legacy. Bakari was a page here, and so a messenger, and we just really appreciate all that Senator Watson has done and Senator West, so we just thank them.
A group of men beat Bakari Henderson to death earlier this month while he was in Greece. 9 men have been arrested for the attack. Henderson attended Anderson and Hyde Park Baptist high schools. He had recently graduated from the University of Arizona and was in the process of launching a clothing line.
Well, mourners in San Antonio have created a vigil in honor of the victims involved in the deadly human trafficking attempt over the weekend. At least 10 people died after being in the back of a boiling hot tractor trailer in a Walmart parking lot. The victims died after spending hours locked inside that truck in more than 100-degree weather. Dozens more remain in the hospital, recovering from extreme dehydration and heat stroke. The driver of the 18-wheeler, 6-year-old James Matthew Bradley Jr., claims that he only became aware of the people inside the trailer when he stopped to use the restroom in San Antonio. He now faces charges of human smuggling. If convicted, Bradley could face the death penalty. Now, immigrants who survive being smuggled across the border seldom set out on a life that they intended. Victim advocates say that smuggling often transitions into extortion, kidnapping, and rape. Multiple times in recent years, we have seen police interrupt smuggling missions in central Texas. Here's video from a stash house in southeast Austin where police found 28 undocumented immigrants in 2014. Since 2003, the organization Refugee Services of Texas has helped more than 400 victims in the Austin area. They say many fear coming forward because of immigration status, but victims are actually protected by what's called a T visa and given legal assistance.
Human smuggling is a business. They are just trying to make money off of people who are very, very vulnerable and very desperate to have a better life.
If you have any information about a possible stash house or trafficking operation, Refugee Services of Texas urges you to call their tip line. That's 1-888-373-7888.
Firefighters say bad weather has caused more house fires in our area. Many happened during yesterday's afternoon storms. Lightning started 4 house fires around the same time. One happened at around 3:20 in Cedar Park, where a lightning strike hit a home and ignited a fire in the attic. It only took firefighters about 20 minutes to put out the flames, but the home has significant damage.
Thankfully, no one was at home at the time of the fire, and we're very grateful that there were no injuries. Obviously, the family is very upset about their home. They are displaced, but we're told that they have insurance and that they will be taken care of. And we're also helping to connect them with any other additional resources that might be able to help them.
Firefighters say lightning fires are more difficult to fight because the flames spread very quickly through the roof. No one was hurt in any of those 4 house fires.
Well, the fire department was also called out to a house fire in northeast Austin yesterday. AFD posted video of a home burning in the 12,000 block of Donovan Circle. That's just north of Yeager Lane. It is believed the fire started in the garage and then moved up the 2-story home. The fire department says 6 people live there and they were all able to get out and not injured. The home does have significant damage. Officials are still trying to figure out what caused that fire.
And the radar is going to be a lot less active today. In fact, we're keeping those rain chances out of your Tuesday forecast altogether. The heat, though, that's a different story. Heading back into the triple digits for the most part this afternoon. Humidity makes it feel even hotter, but we are tracking some potential changes as we head into the weekend. After the break, we'll talk more about that and have your full forecast.